Hello guys, what's up? My name is Chirag and welcome to Coding with Python Part 4. In my previous video, we learned how to take an input from the user, and today we are going to learn how to create if-else loops. And after that, we are going to be fully capable of making a calculator. Guys, isn't that cool? Part 4, and you can make a calculator. So an if-else loop is basically a conditional statement. Now, what I mean by a conditional statement is that if a particular action is true, then the computer is going to perform the listed action. So let's take an example. If 7 is smaller than 8, then the computer is going to do the listed action. And if you know how to code using Scratch, and if you have learned if-else loop, then you basically know what an if-else loop in Python is. It's the same thing. So now let's create an if-else loop. So first we are going to write if, and then 7 is smaller than 8, and then we have to put the colon. If you don't put the colon, then you're going to get an error when you run it. And if you put a colon the right like at the right place, then you get this kind of 2-finger, 3-finger space in the beginning of your next line, and you will also get this kind of dot or the down arrow. And then next I'm going to write print let's say not print 7 is smaller than 8. 7 is smaller than 8. So you can see that it's printing 7 is smaller than 8. And now let's step it up a little, because we can do these things with variables as well. So instead of 7, I'm going to write 8, and instead of 8, I'm going to write B. And then over here, we are going to take an input from the user. So A is equal to input. Oh yeah, also make the input an integer so that the computer knows what kind of input it is. Input, and then brackets open, and lastly we also have to close another bracket because of the one over here. I'm not going to write anything within the brackets just for now, because it's not a really good project that we are going to publish. And anyways, so B is also equal to integer input, and yeah, brackets closed. 1 second. So integer input, and then brackets open, and then lastly brackets closed. I think that's the correct syntax. Yeah. And now we can add on to this. So instead of if, we can also write elif. It's like a continuity of the if statement, but if the first statement is not true, then it's going to check if the second statement is true. So I can write elif A is equal to B, then the colons over here, and then we can write the print statement. Print bracket open, and over here I'm going to do something a little bit different. So print A, which is the variable, comma, is, okay, I have to put the quotes now. A is equal to, then you go out of the quotes, you give comma, and then you say, and then you type B. And I'm going to do the similar thing with my first statement, first printing statement. So A, comma, is smaller than, comma, B. And then lastly, the last possible combination which is left is smaller than. So elif A is smaller, A is greater than B, or B is smaller than A, then we have to also give the space so that there's no error. And then the colons, next line, print A, comma, is, don't forget to give the quotes, A inverted comma is smaller, greater than. I don't know, I'm just messing up with the smaller than, greater than. Greater than, again the commas, B. Oh my god. Okay, B. Now let's check this out. Okay, let's see syntax error, invalid syntax. Let's see which line. Line 5. Okay, so line 5 it's saying that we have an invalid syntax. Let's see why. So we have LF. Uh, oh yeah, so always you have to put 2 equal to. I think that's the error. And yeah, I think that can be the only possible error. Let's run this. I think there's going to be an error again. Okay, oh yeah, we have to give the input. So if I say 1, okay, so okay, it's saying that B is not defined. I don't know why it's saying that. So let's see, line 2. Oh, so there are 2 equal to. So it's thinking that it's an if-else loop. So there are many things, and once you once you read the error lines, it's pretty simple to just like correct your errors. So I don't really care about what I'm typing. I just care about the logic, and then later the syntax is going to be corrected because I can just read the errors. Let's check this out now. Okay, so now we have to give the input. Let's say 1. Second line will be 2. So it should print that 1 is smaller than 2. See, it's working. Now let's test the second one out. 2, 2, and 2 is equal to 2. Lastly, let's run 3, then 2, and then it should print 3 is greater than 2, and it's printing that. Voila! You just learned if-else loops. And lastly, before I say that you've learned it, you have to take care about one last thing. So you can, this is optional, you can also give an else statement, and you don't need to type anything after that. You just give the colons, and then you can say print bracket open, enter valid numbers. And yeah, that's how you make that's how you use if else loops. So in my next video I'm going to show you how to make a calculator. Till then, please try to make a calculator, and if you're successful, then record a video and tag me on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram account in my description. Like and share my video, and don't forget to subscribe. You all have a good day. Goodbye.